Do small, everyday things drain autistic people? The short answer is yes, but not because they're overreacting, not because they're fragile, and not because they can't handle normal life. It's because many autistic brains are doing far more work behind the scenes than most people realize. What looks small on the outside can feel enormous on the inside. Today, we're going to break down 5 everyday experiences that quietly drain autistic adults, even when no one else notices. If you're autistic, you may recognize yourself in these. If you love or work with someone autistic, this may completely change how you see certain behaviors. Let's get into it. 1. Multiple people talking at once. Group conversations can be surprisingly exhausting. Imagine sitting at a restaurant. 2 people at your table are talking at the same time, someone at another table bursts into laughter, plates are clinking, music is playing overhead, a server calls out an order. For many non-autistic people, background noise fades into the background automatically. For many autistic people, it doesn't. Their brains may attempt to process every voice and every sound at once. Instead of filtering noise automatically, the brain works to decode everything. That means tracking who's speaking, deciding when it's socially appropriate to jump in, reading tone, switching attention, all while layered sounds compete for space. That's a lot of processing. And here's the tricky part. You often won't see it happening. Some autistic adults have learned to mask. That means they've developed strategies to look socially comfortable, even when they're overwhelmed. They might zone out briefly to take mental breaks, take control of the conversation to reduce unpredictability, step outside for a moment to reset. From the outside, that might look like disinterest or even dominance, but inside, it's overload management. When someone says it's too noisy, even if the room feels calm to you, understand that their nervous system may be experiencing something completely different. 2. Unexpected interactions. Let's talk about interruptions. The doorbell rings, a phone call comes in, someone walks into the room without warning, a coworker suddenly asks a question mid-task. For many autistic adults, these moments are more than minor surprises. Autistic brains often rely heavily on internal planning. There's a mental map of what's about to happen, who will be present, what tasks are expected, what conversations are likely. When something unexpected breaks that mental plan, the brain has to shift abruptly. That shift can feel jarring. Even if the interaction is harmless or positive, the nervous system may react first. Tension, heightened alertness, scattered focus, and each interruption requires a reset. Resetting takes energy. If this happens repeatedly throughout the day, that energy drain builds up quickly. It's not about being antisocial. It's not about disliking people. It's about predictability, helping the nervous system stay regulated. 3. Decision-making under pressure. We make hundreds of small decisions every single day. What to eat, what to wear, which email to respond to first, whether to say yes to an invitation. Most people don't consciously notice the effort involved. But for many autistic individuals, especially those who are also ADHD, decision-making can require much more cognitive energy. Executive functioning plays a huge role here. That includes planning, prioritizing, holding options in working memory, weighing pros and cons, predicting outcomes. Now add pressure. Quick, what do you want? Just decide. We need an answer now. For many autistic adults, pressure doesn't speed up thinking, it overwhelms it. Instead of clarity, thoughts may crowd. Instead of decisiveness, the brain may stall. What looks like indecision may actually be cognitive overload. And when this happens dozens of times a day, that's decision fatigue. Patience can make a huge difference here. Giving processing time, offering clear options, reducing unnecessary urgency. Those small adjustments lower stress significantly. 4. Vague communication. This one surprises a lot of people. Phrases like, do your best, use your judgment, whatever you think is fine, get it done soon.
They sound flexible and supportive, but for many autistic individuals, they're incredibly stressful. Why? Because they're vague. Autistic communication is often direct and literal. When instructions lack specifics, the brain tries to fill in the gaps. What does best mean here? What counts as done? Is there a hidden expectation? Will I be criticized later for misunderstanding? Instead of moving forward confidently, the mind may enter a loop, analyzing, guessing, predicting. That analysis burns energy fast. Clear communication reduces that cognitive load. Instead of soon, say in 20 minutes. Instead of whatever is fine, say either works, but I slightly prefer this one. Clarity doesn't remove flexibility, it removes unnecessary stress. Number 5, waiting in uncertainty. Waiting isn't always the problem. Uncertainty is. Autism is often associated with a preference for structure and predictability. That's sometimes misunderstood as rigidity, but predictability helps regulate the nervous system. When someone says, "we'll leave soon," that word soon can create tension. Is that 5 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour? Without clarity, the brain may stay in alert mode. Many autistic individuals also experience challenges with time perception, sometimes called time blindness. Estimating how long something will take, gauging how much time remains before an appointment, managing transitions. As a result, uncertainty can lead to checking the clock repeatedly, struggling to start a task before an event, asking detailed follow-up questions. The nervous system doesn't fully relax while waiting. Clear information helps enormously. Specific times, clear schedules, defined plans. Those small details reduce anxiety and prevent unnecessary exhaustion. The bigger picture. Now imagine all of this happening in one day. Layered noise, unexpected interruptions, rapid decisions, vague communication, unclear timelines. Each one may seem small, but together, they create constant cognitive demand. And autistic adults may appear completely fine, smiling, working, engaging, and then suddenly withdraw or shut down later. That crash isn't random. It's often the result of sustained, invisible effort. Final thoughts. So yes, small things can drain autistic people, but those things aren't small inside their nervous systems. They involve sensory processing, executive functioning, social decoding, emotional regulation, and constant adaptation. When we understand that, we stop labeling behaviors as overreactions. We start seeing effort. And when we offer patience, clarity, and predictability, we don't just reduce overwhelm, we create environments where autistic individuals can thrive instead of just survive. If this helps you understand the autistic experience better, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit. And if you're autistic, know this: your exhaustion isn't weakness, it's evidence of how much your brain does every single day. Thanks for watching.